ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host, AirsoftAL, and today we're talking about a PC. In this case, the Ace Magician AMR minigame PC. And by mini, I'm not kidding, this thing's small. Like seriously, compared to a tube of Super Lube, this thing is tiny. It's small. It's bigger than my hand. Or my hand actually covers the entirety of it, but yeah, this thing is a tiny PC, but powerful. I'm not joking. This is the box that actually comes in. It's a pretty cool little box. It's basically a sleeve with this very much so cool little box, if I can get out of the sleeve. There we go. It comes in this really thick box. It actually comes with instructions, all that good stuff. It comes with very good foam and just all this really nice stuff in it. But I kind of wanted to talk about this PC because every other video I've seen on this PC has basically talked about specs. And yes, the specs are there on the box itself, all that good jazz. But the one thing I don't really hear people talking a lot about is its actual gaming compatibility. Every review I've seen on it has talked about its basic graphics, FPS, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. You don't care about that. Okay, some of you do care about that. I don't care about that. Neither does my audience. My audience wants the real hard-hitting questions.
Of course!
Like, can it play modded Fallout?
You damn straight!
And the answer to that is yes, but at the same time, no.
What the fuck?
Okay, before everyone starts jumping down my throats, let me go ahead and kind of break you through the process I went through this. It can play Fallout modded to a degree. Now, this thing is upgradable and can actually accept another SSD. The RAM can be upgraded, so there's that. I've got the 16 gigabytes of RAM version because that's the one that was available, and it was $400. And for a lot of people, that's actually pretty nice. For a lot of other people, such as myself and many others who I've talked to, that's a little bit steep even for them. So, question is, should you get it? Before we get into the gaming aspect of it, and of course the modding potential with it in terms of Fallout, let me just go ahead and say this now. I primarily got this through the help of my community and two guys in particular, Gene and a little bit, two awesome guys who you've seen on the channel, be it their gameplay, because I let them, borrow it, or, have seen them in my gameplay footage. They actually helped me acquire this PC because I primarily got it for editing. And editing it can do. This thing can literally edit videos, can edit whatever you want. This thing legitimately is good for if you're an office worker and you sit at your office or you're traveling all around and you need a PC to basically do office work or just editing in general, be it music, videos, otherwise. This thing is a content creator's wet dream and it is well worth it. I've taken this thing on the weekends with me over my brothers to edit gameplay footage or just regular. This thing legitimately does the job, and I'm even editing this video on it as we speak. But, being able to produce 3 videos in under an hour aside, granted, that's me. I actually am pretty good at editing videos pretty quickly, depending on how long it takes to move all the footage from my cameras over to the PC. What about modded Fallout?
Well, we're waiting.
Or just gameplay in general. Well, before I went to Fallout, I decided to try it on Postal 2, and Postal 2, it does do pretty well.
Games are bad, they make you mad. Games are bad, they make you mad. Games are bad, they make you mad. Games are bad, they make you mad.
How's it going,
What? I ain't perpetrating. You know I'm on probation.
Games are bad, they make you mad. Games are bad, they make you mad. Games are bad, they make you mad.
Nothing personal, man, but you're fired.
Fuck you. This can't be good for me. I feel and done.
Games are bad, they make you mad.
can't be good for me, but I'm shit.
Legitimately, it actually is a pretty fun game. And of course, for those who are inclined to not play modded Fallout, you play Tarkov. This thing can play Tarkov. I would have gameplay of that, but most of my gameplay is just me getting shot several fucking times over the goddamn thing, and rage quitting and basically uninstalling the fucking thing. Although I didn't own that copy of Tarkov, it actually is my brother's, and I don't want to mess with it, and all that good jazz. So yeah. That is where we leave that with Tarkov, but it can play Tarkov if you mess with the settings a little bit so it actually runs smoothly. And that's it. But, then we get to Fallout. The question everyone has had. Can it play modded Fallout? Start with the obvious one, Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is a hit and miss, because you gotta mod the stupid thing, and even then, after I tried playing it, it was so fucking unstable that the goddamn thing kept crashing every little fucking bit I tried doing. I couldn't get any of the footage of it because it kept crashing, so I said screw Fallout 3 and went to the one game I know everyone and their mother is asking. No, it's not Fallout 4. We'll get to Fallout 4 in a minute. It is Fallout New Vegas. The answer to the question, yes, it can play Fallout New Vegas. Modded. But there's a caveat to that. If you try to play Fallout New Vegas with a ton of graphics mods, it's going to crash. So, if you don't care about graphics all that much, and you just want to play it with just weapon mods, new animation mods, and basically a much smoother experience, well, I have good news. It can play it. And I even showed the uploaded raw footage of it when I played it, of the three-headed bounty mission from, of course, the NCR faction, where you go after the Fiend leaders. And yes, it legitimately can do it, and yes, legitimately, it runs it pretty well. I'm not joking. When playing through the questline itself, I actually had a lot of fun. I had no issues whatsoever, even with the companion mods of Mike and Zach with me. I had no issues playing it. It ran actually pretty smooth, and I had a lot of fun playing it. So, to answer that question, yes, it can play Fallout New Vegas modded. But then what about a game you can't mod, but it's a massive multiplayer experience, and one that had a very, well, disastrous launch, and then thankfully has gotten a lot of love into it. And, of course, you already know what I'm talking about, and those who don't know, I'm talking about Fallout 76.
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
No! Oh, hold on. I dropped my pen.
Before everyone goes in the comments section decrying me or supporting me or anything of that nature, hear me out. It can play Fallout 76 pretty well. To a degree, mind you. Understand now that Fallout 76 has its issues, but it can play it. And yes, I have played Fallout 76. I did play the first quest of actual, doing all the stuff, and the majority of it was actually pretty fun. Now, it is choppy, and you could actually see the footage of it being a little choppy, but that's just mostly because of the hardware itself, because I haven't really expanded the memory, nor have I expanded the RAM. That's just the base thing, but it's not unplayable. That's the key thing to take away from this. It's not unplayable. You can play Fallout 76, depending on your internet connection. And that's kind of the big takeaway here. Yes, you can play the game, but what everyone here is for is, in fact, well, again, like I stated before, playing Fallout modded. And Fallout 4, it can play, although I don't have footage of that, because, again, we face some issues, or at least I faced some issues, because I tried putting in 55 different mods, a lot of them being huge quest mods for Enclave, including Enclave, the America Rising story, the second one, the one that's actually the legitimate mod, not the first iteration. And, sad to say, because I tried adding on a lot of the add-ons to it and all the other stuff to it, it won't even let the game launch. So, until I actually get the issues fixed with that, you're not going to see any footage from it. But, do know now that before I did any of the large quest mods, the game actually did play and legitimately did work out really well. I just need to get more RAM and more memory. But the more memory issue might be what will help me in this case. I am actually looking at a 1 terabyte SSD, and thankfully my community is stepping up again to actually help acquire it. So again, thanks to my community, and thanks to the 2 awesome guys who actually helped out with it. So, with that all said, the question everyone's asking, do you want this? Should I get it? Yes! For the love of God, yes! If you don't want a massive gaming PC that you can't take with you, but you want a PC that you can take with you, this is something you want to go with. If you're a content creator such as myself, you go around airsofting to different events, things like that, and you want an actual PC that you can take with you all over the place but still have the ability to game on it, yes! For the love of God, yes! This is something you want to get. But if you're a snob and you don't exactly like this, and I completely understand it, this is definitely not for you. If you are a PC snob and you don't like it, again, this is definitely not for you. But for those of us who just want something that works, and I can do literally as little as I can to it and make it work as is, this is for you. This is the budget gaming PC that you don't have to do a lot to and you can play on. Now, I haven't done Cyberpunk yet because I don't own Cyberpunk for PC. I own it for Xbox. But the moment I do get Cyberpunk, I will record the footage from that and upload it to the channel to show you guys, hey, this is what the AMR5 can do, especially with some minor upgrades to expand it and actually make it work fairly well. Now, whether or not I'll play Tarkov and actually get Tarkov footage is a totally different thing altogether. And whether or not I'll actually enjoy Tarkov is completely a separate thing altogether. And I've already had people tell me, don't do Tarkov. You will lose your life into it. I completely understand that. But, again, answering the question I ask many a times in the comments section, be it on Facebook, be it on YouTube, otherwise, can it do Fallout modded? Yes. Fallout 3 is about as finicky as all hell on any rig. Anyone in the comments section can agree with me on that. Fallout 3 needs a remaster. It needs a re-release like we see with Skyrim, and it's 7+ different re-releases. We need a Fallout 3 re-release. That's all I'm saying, okay? Fallout re-release. We need that. We need an update for PC, for God's sakes. You've already updated on fucking console. Give us one for PC, goddamn Bethesda. Fallout New Vegas, on the other hand, you don't gotta do a thing to it to have it run. That's just Fallout New Vegas in a nutshell. Fallout 4, you ain't gotta do a damn thing to it. It will run Fallout 4 base game. If you want to add some mods to it, it'll run it with mods as long as you don't go overboard like a lot of us do. Dear God, like a lot of us do. Or, if you're like me and you do actually enjoy Fallout 76, it can play Fallout 76. If you want to know my gamer tag, it's AirsoftAL. I will probably leave it in the pinned comment if guys want to add me on Steam. Or my email for guys who want to add me on Steam, you know, that sort of thing. But, it's just what it is. Either way, though, I hope this video actually did help you decide whether or not you should get an AMR5, because I will leave a link to it in the pinned comment via their Amazon page. For $400, it is definitely worth the purchase. And unlike others, I'm not going into the specs. I'm just simply answering these simple questions. Can it run? Yes. Is it good for content creators? Yes. Can it run Fallout modded? Yes and no. Then again, that's just Fallout modded in a nutshell. Anyone who's modded Fallout can straight up tell you that if you mod Fallout enough, it will become as finicky and as cattywampus as a Jewish Mexican Chinese mother from Queens. And for those who play Tarkov, yes, it can play Tarkov. So, that's about it. If there's stuff I've left out, let it know in the comments section down below. Or if you're one of those people who absolutely hate mini game PCs and absolutely see no reason for them, sound off in the comments section down below as well. But for those of you who actually are interested in this and you now actually are going to get it because of this video, let me know in the comment section down below. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help out with future videos, consider checking out all the other links down below to cool guys, including a grenade adapter that takes thunder bees and turns them into 9mm blank grenades. The blanks are coming. I will be testing this out. There will be a review on this. I promise you, the blanks are coming. Along with all the other stuff down below. And as always, Ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, the Kyle Man's Airsofter who reviews, well, honestly, affordable game PCs to tell you whether you should get it for either content creation or just straight up modding Fallout. Till next time, and once again, thanks to Gene and Littlebit for actually helping make this video possible. Till next time!